I know how much confusing it is to take an engineering branch because our seniors say one thing, our parents say one thing, and our teachers say one thing, and everyone say different things. In that things, we'll be confused. So don't worry about it. In this video, you'll get a full clarity about which branch you should take. So in this video, we are going to discuss about what are the branches and what are we study in that branch and what are the opportunities for every branch and also income levels of each branch and also a 3-step formula for you to select a perfect branch for you, and also what about convincing our parents, and the next one is what about masters, and finally I'll end this video with my suggestion being a third year engineering student. So without even wasting 1 second, let's get into the video. And the first branch, sabka favorite, CSE. I can get the craze of CSE because I have experienced that craze, and what actually we study in CSE is about computers, artificial intelligence, web development, and all these about technologies, basically about computers technology. Computers, spelling incorrect. No matter if you are engineering third year student, you will still suffer with spellings. So computers. And opportunities for this branch is high. It will be always high, right, for these branches, and also the income for this branch is low to high. It just depends upon how much skill that you are, because we are seeing a person with a coding job for just 25,000 per month, and also we are seeing a person from like crores of rupees per year, right? So you will get an income based upon the skill you have. Recently the companies have announced that they are decreasing their hirings, and also you should remember one thing, that more than 50% of coding jobs were occupied by non-coding branches. Means if you still take CSE, the chance of getting a coding job is 50%. Only 50% of CSE branch students were getting a coding job, and remaining 50% were occupied by non-coding branches. So if you take remaining branches, and you can still get a coding job, and that is the one thing you should remember. Okay. And the next one is ECE branch. In this ECE branch, you will study about electronical signals and satellites and telecommunication and all these things. Basically about electronics. And opportunities for this ECE is high, and I will tell you why. See, India are deficient in semiconductors. We are still importing semiconductors from other countries, and recently we have listened an announcement between Foxconn and India. They are going to set up a huge semiconductor factory. So in future we are going to manufacture semiconductors in our India, and for that ECE will have high demand. So if you join ECE, you will have still a high opportunities in next 4 to 5 years, and also income would be low to high, because it's just based upon how much skilled you are. If you learn a high paying skill, you'll get a high paying job. If you learn a low paying skill, you'll get a low paying skill. And the next branch is EEE. See, basically in EEE we'll study about electrical systems and renewable energy and all these things about electricity. So basically about electricity. So opportunities for this is high, because in future we are going to turn towards renewable energy, right? So for that EEE will have high demand in future. Low to high, so just based upon how much skill you have, and I am rating low to high for every branch, right? I just want to make sure that I just want to remove a dilemma in you that if you join CSE, if you get ECE, if you get EEE, you will get a high paying job. No, it's not. There are less paying jobs in these branches also. It just depends upon what skill you have. If you have a high paying skill, you'll get a high paying job. If you get a low paying skill, you'll get a low paying job. So civil, this branch talks about construction of buildings, roads, transportation and everything. Basically it talks about construction. And opportunities is high, because in India we are turning toward good infrastructures. For that India needs good civil engineers. So because of that there is a high demand. But the one problem with this civil engineering and mechanical engineering is that in starting you'll get a low paying jobs, and when you gain so much of experience you'll get a high paying job. As compared to these three branches, the salaries of civil engineering and mechanical engineering will be less, and this is the fact. And the next one is mechanical branch. Basically what we discuss in mechanical engineering about machines, vehicles and all these things. Next one is we talk about machines, and demand is high because we are turning combustion machines to electrical engines. For that, India needs high skilled mechanical engineers, and also income of this will be from low to high just based upon your experience. When it comes to these two branches, it just depends upon what you have experience. Chemical engineering, we discuss about chemical reactions and all these things, chemicals which we use in medicines, basically about chemicals. And opportunities is average because we are already efficient with pharma, and also income for this is low to high, just depends upon how much skill that you have. And you might think that every branch has high opportunities, every branch has high paying jobs, then why people are not getting jobs? Because what happens in engineering is no one is studying for skill, everyone is studying for certificates, and that is why we are not skilled enough to get a paying job. So that is the main reason. If you are skilled enough, you will get a high paying job. If you are not skilled enough, you will get a low paying job like volunteers and all these things. So that is the major reason for unemployment of engineers. A 3-step formula to find a perfect branch for you. Just take a pen and paper and write down all these things. First one is interest. Hope you have taken the paper. Just write down what you are interested in. Just believe in one thing, if you have interest in branch, so close your eyes and pick that branch, because you are the one who are going to study for 4 years. So if you are not interested and if you take a branch, you will suffer a lot. So give first preference for the branch which you are interested. If you don't know what you are interested in, and next comes your requirement, whether you want to get masters or job. Basically, there are two types of people who are joining in engineering. They want to get a job or they want to do masters. If you want to get a job, then the best branch will be CSC, ECE and EEE. Okay, and if you want to do masters, and the best branch would be like civil and mechanical. So if you want to get a job, then just pick CSE and ECE and EEE. And if you want to do master, then pick mechanical or civil. So if you are trying to join engineering for job, I don't recommend you, because only 10% of engineers are getting jobs. And the next one is enjoyment. I mean, you will get confused what is meant by enjoyment, because if you pick civil and mechanical engineer, you will enjoy a lot, because in these branches, when you are working, you will enjoy a lot. When these 3 branches will give you a lot of stress and strain. So better, if you want high enjoyment, then pick civil or mechanical. If you want a stress, then pick these things. But when it comes to civil and mechanical engineering, at starting you will get a low paying job. In future, as you gain experience, you will get a high income. But when it comes to these branches, in the starting itself, you will get a high income as compared to this, not high, but as compared to these branches, you will get a high income in these branches. And the next one is, you got a branch and how to convince your parents. See, the one sad fact that you have to accept is, you can't satisfy your parents. I'm studying 3rd year, right? Still now, my parents scold me for taking civil engineering branch, because they are expected me to take CSE or ECE, but I don't want that branches. Though they said ECE and CSE, I picked civil because I'm the one who are studying for 4 years, right? If I pick which I'm not actually interested, then what is the purpose of studying, right? No matter anyone says, just pick branch by yourself, because you are the one who are going to study for 4 years, writing records, writing exams, sleepless nights, one night batting, and all these stresses and strains you are going to experience. So just make sure that you should take a branch which you are interested in. And next comes masters. So if you want to do master, then better to take mechanical and civil. And the last one, my suggestion as a 3rd year engineering student. I have 3 suggestions for you. If you are getting into engineering because of job, then don't join, because only 10% of engineers are getting a job. And second one, if you want an IT job, then don't just go to CSE, because only 50% of CSE branch students are getting IT jobs, and remaining 50% are getting by these branches. So if you join CSE, you will have only one option, that is coding job. But when it comes to remaining branches, you will have 2 options, that is core job and also IT job. So the conversion of core to IT is very easy, but the inverse is not possible. And the third suggestion would be, don't ever think about certificates, because certificates have no value right now, because the only thing what company sees whether you are skilled enough. So just think about it. If you want a plumber to repair your tap, whether you see a certificate or a skilled plumber, obviously a skilled plumber, right? So that is what happens. If companies need skilled employees, they don't see certificates, they see whether the employees are skilled or not. So just don't think about these branches, learn skills beyond these branches. So if you want to know highest paying skills in 2025, I made a dedicated video on top 10 highest paying skills in future. You can check it here. So that's all for this video. Until then, it's your Hemant Krishna signing off. Bye.